Panasonic GH5, Panasonic G85. Which one to buy? This has been one of the biggest questions on the internet. People are wondering, why should they buy the Panasonic GH5 over the Panasonic G85, or why should they get the Panasonic G85 over the GH5? The camera, if you look at them, they look similar. But let's go over the body of the camera for us to see, okay, what are the difference, the option that you have. Both camera got great ergonomics, so especially on the GH5, we have so many function buttons so you can customize the camera just the way you want it. On the Panasonic G85, we also have about 4 function buttons that you can customize to make that camera shoot very simple without a problem. So let's go take a deeper look on the body of both of these cameras, the Panasonic G85 and the GH5, for you to see which one will suit you better. When looking at the body of this camera, they look similar. The only thing, the Panasonic GH5 a little bit beefier, which can be an advantage for you or a disadvantage. The G85 is more compact, smaller, lighter, but both camera has shutter button up front, a front wheel, a dedicated recording button on top for each of them. The difference of these two cameras is the function button on the Panasonic GH5. You can basically set up a function button for most things you want to do on a video shoot. On the G85, we only have 5 function buttons, while on the GH5, we have about 13 function buttons. All these dials on the back, you can set them as function button where you can customize that camera to make it easy for you to shoot. So what one camera can do and the other one cannot. Before I go ahead, let me say that I own the Panasonic GH4. I sold to buy that Panasonic G85, and the only reason was the in-body image stabilization. This camera also has dual IS. That's what I sold the GH4 and make the Panasonic G85 my B-roll camera, because it has that in-body image stabilization that we didn't have on the Panasonic GH4. So on the GH5, what do we got? We have 4K video, durable magnesium body, 20.2 megapixel, a macro four thirds sensor. We all know that the sensor is not as big as an APS-C sensor. The camera can shoot 4K at 60p internally. A DFD, the focus system, that is not as great. We all know the autofocus on that camera is not the greatest, but however, if you find a way to manage, you can make it work. The camera has a full HDMI out, also come with a lock to lock it in. So this one, full HDMI out with a lock that make it very usable to shoot with a monitor without a problem. The Panasonic GH5 can shoot 10-bit 422 internally. For that price range, we all know there's no camera out there that can do what that GH5 can do. But however, this has to do with color, give you more option to color grade on post-production. Also, the camera comes with headphone jack, microphone jack, freeze-proof, Wi-Fi with Bluetooth connection. This GH5, you found all this and more on that small package. And the camera also comes with an optional XLR one, so you can have XLR connection for your audio. Now the G85, what do we find inside that camera? The G85 can shoot 4K video at 24p and 30p. Also include a durable magnesium body, 16 megapixel sensor, macro four thirds, just like the Panasonic GH5. We know the sensors are small, but however, if you got enough light, you should pull out some great images with this camera. No low pass filter, mean you're gonna have sharper image. Neither the GH5 or the G85, because I forgot to mention the G85 doesn't have a low pass filter with a 20.3 megapixel. The GH5 has no low pass filter. I said it before, this camera can shoot 4K UHD at 24p and 30p, full HD at 60p. The GH5 also has dual image stabilization. One of the main reasons that I sold my Panasonic GH4 and buy that camera, because I needed something that I can do some handheld shooting, because at time that is the best way. And if I kept the GH4, it would be my B-roll camera. Usually I use my B-roll handheld a lot. So when I see this camera has in-body image stabilization, I sold the G84. I know I lost a few functions on that Panasonic G84 that the G85 cannot do, but I could not pass on that dual in-body image stabilization because it's great for handheld. The autofocus on this camera also is not the greatest, the same DFD focus system, but you can make it work because you can also, even if you're vlogging, you can do some touch to focus and the camera will focus. It will not let you down. If you put it on manual focus and you keep hitting that touch to focus, you will be good to go. The G85 also come with built-in Wi-Fi and NFC. The GH5, I forgot to mention, come with built-in Wi-Fi, NFC. There you have it. Those are the two cameras, the Panasonic GH5 and the G85. So which one is the best for you? Honestly, I cannot help you choose between the two of them because I love them both. They do what they do best. This camera kind of lighter, smaller, and give you that option to handheld for a longer time than the Panasonic GH5. The GH5 feel nicer on the hand. I tell you that body is well constructed and all those function buttons make this camera easy for me to shoot, where you can assign different function buttons and those custom buttons on top. The G85 only has 2 custom buttons on top. The GH5 has 3 custom buttons plus the C3. You can go C1, C2, and C3 with it. There's 3 custom buttons on that C3 button itself. Make it easy to really use that camera to the fullest. Ergonomically, this camera look pretty nice and work nice for me. But the G85, when I'm going on vacation or when I need to shoot handheld, even though this one can also shoot handheld with the dual stabilization, is great inside of the Panasonic GH5, but this one is lighter. I can handheld long time. So now, price-wise, the GH5 gonna cost you about $2,000, no lens. The Panasonic G85, about $1,000 with a lens 12 to 60 3.5 that costs itself, if you're going to purchase that lens by itself, $497. Basically, that lens costs about $500. So basically, when you buy that bundle on the G85, you basically buy the camera for $500. So it's basically a bargain to buy this package together. So the truth is, I cannot help you to choose, but the price on this camera make it hard for me. If I had to have one camera, probably, let's say if the 4K 60p didn't mean anything to me, the 10-bit 422 didn't mean anything to me, I'm probably going to go with the G85. I'm glad I can purchase both of them. I do not have to choose between the two of them. But if you're on a budget and you're not too focused or to hang up on 4K 60p or 10-bit 422, this camera can basically do everything you can do on that camera. And I have to say that too, when shooting 4K, this camera doesn't crop in. We have a crop on the Panasonic G85. So that's probably gonna give you an option to know which one to buy. But for $1,000 with a lens and $2,000 no lens, both cameras are great, but I will not pass on that G85 for $1,000 with a lens. Thank you for watching. I hope the info I presented to you help you make a decision between the two cameras, the Panasonic G85 and the Panasonic GH5. Both cameras are great cameras. Both cameras can do 4K. If you need to do some slow motion on the Panasonic G85, you can still shoot HD at 60p, full HD at 60p on the G85. And I have to mention too, you can do full HD 180 frames per second, which I will never go that high. I rather do the 120 frames per second, so my image can be crispier, nicer image at 120 frames per second. I would like to thank you for watching. If you like the video, go ahead, give us a like. So Panasonic GH5, G85, you're gonna decide which one is the best for you. So if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, because we have more video coming on both of these cameras. And remember also to hit the bell so Google could notify you when we upload a new video. We will have the link on the description down below of both cameras and the different lens we use, and especially the camera that we're shooting the video, the mic that we use. We will have the light every information, everything that we use to shoot that video, we will put the link on the description down below. So if you purchase through our link, so they're going to be affiliate links, we will have a commission at no cost to you. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next video.